I'm so very excited to welcome you to the beautiful Cary Hall for our first concert of the school year this year. So I know you're in for a real treat. So a couple of things before we get started. Very first thing I want to do is take the time for acknowledgments. This concert would not happen without your support. Just looking out here reminds me that we have something so very truly special here in Lexington. We've got the support of an amazing community, people who are here and showing up and saying, you know what, we understand that the arts are really truly important to our students, to our children, to our community. So thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to come to our concert tonight. I am very proud of all of the students that are behind me on stage and also our chamber orchestra that's about to perform later on in our program. I know that they pour so much sweat, tears, hard work into learning their material, learning the music, learning their repertoire, and growing not only as musicians but also as human beings. And that's something that I know our teachers really cherish and work hard during their classes. A concert like this would not be possible without our incredible orchestra team. So I'd like to give a big acknowledgement to Miss Billings-White and Miss Jayson. Are they there? We got one there. Where's our other? Where's Miss Billings-White? Is she back there? Did she get acknowledged? Miss Billings-White? Okay. You'll see her shortly. But again, this program would not be what it is without their hard work. This is their brainchild of bringing you all here to Cary Hall to perform rather than in our auditorium that doesn't have the best acoustics, but hey, come December 8th, vote yes. We'll get that auditorium that we can perform in, right? So, without further ado, I am so very happy to get the concert started. I was really excited to just drop in really quickly this morning to a couple of the classes, and you are in for a real treat. The sounds that these ensembles are making just after a few short weeks together is truly remarkable. So, enjoy the concert, and thank you again for your support.
there's no this without Janet Haas. And that piece, that was one of the last pieces that Janet programmed. And I conducted that piece, Riz Medra, at Janet's memorial service, in an orchestra full of many alums over her 30-year career and current students. And I haven't been able to hear it all the way through until this year. And I tried, there was one day where Miss BW was out and I conducted it, and then I cried like a baby and explained to the students why I was crying. The notes on the page are one thing, but the stories that the songs tell and the memories that they hold is a completely other thing. It's not that you're listening to a high school orchestra. It's just that you're listening to an orchestra of musicians performing these pieces live for you. So I hope you enjoy that storytelling, and whether it's a beautiful song or an energetic, wild song, thank you for being here in the room with us. This next piece this is the first time that it's performed publicly. This is Rep Orchestra's first world premiere, very exciting. And they're joined by Symphony Orchestra, so they have this super mega orchestra on stage. This piece, Vive la Marionnette, is by Lauren Spavelko, and it's part of a consortium piece. That's when a composer says, I have an idea, and I'm wondering if ensembles are willing to kind of like kickstart this idea with me. For many programs, it's unattainable to commission a composer. For the works that I've commissioned, I've written grants, I've dragged money from elsewhere, but not many programs just have the budget to hire a composer. And so a consortium allows 10 schools to band together, or 20 schools to band together and say, here, composer, now we can offer you a kind of livable, real wage for this amazing art that you're giving us. Lauren approached Jess Billings-White and I. She knew the work that these orchestras did. She's actually doing a double consortium, so she's composed 2 partner pieces. You'll hear the other one later this year. And she said, will you, Lexington High School, will you be the lead ensemble for this consortium? And what that means is that we got the music first. We got what's basically like a nice second draft of it. And we got to go back and say, oh my gosh, what about this bowing? What about this edit? Is this articulation? What's going on? So these guys get to be part of that writing process before everything is codified. And it means that when the piece is finally released, this work will come out in December, and then the partner piece will come out in the spring. You'll hear Symphony Orchestra likely play that partner piece a little later this year. When the piece is released, we are the reference recording. We are what the world will meet when they meet this piece. They won't meet a computer version of it. They will meet these fantastic musicians that are on stage right now. So this is a really special night, and it is one of a myriad reasons why we wanted to have this performance in Cary Hall, in a hall that could give these students the feedback that they deserve acoustically. So enjoy the story of Vive la Marionnette. Very short programmatic work. You're going to hear our puppet Guignon get into a little bit of trouble and then hopefully get himself out. You can decide if it's a happy ending or a sad ending. And just listen to all the musical gestures that are used to tell the story. So amazing. So please enjoy Vive la Marionnette. So I'm standing down here, because if I had a hat, I'm like, do I have a hat in my car? I don't. I would put it on, and it would be my fundraising hat. I'm taking off my conductor hat, and off my teacher hat, and off my parent hat. That's my kiddo who's out in the hall drawing, and I'm putting on my fundraising hat. It's raffle time, sort of. We're going to do 2 of the raffles now, and then I think there are 3 or 4 of the larger raffle prizes that are still outside. Our raffle prizes that I'll be giving away before Chamber Orchestra starts are these very coveted, seasonal, exclusive Trader Joe's totes. That's right, y'all, we got all the colors. Bill at the Arlington Trader Joe's hooked me up. He said people have been standing in line for these. So this prize, this cup of tickets, is for 1 amazing, very cute lavender Trader Joe's bag, Ghosts and Bats crispy potato snacks, some festive Halloween gummies, and a $15 gift card to Ranks. So pretty decent snack bag here. Don't worry, there's still time. You can run out now and buy tickets for the other baskets that are outside. This basket, my second raffle item, has some ghost pepper potato chips. Boo. They're really spicy. They're good. More gummies, a festive gourd, and a $15 gift card to Ranks. Why the fundraising, you say? Because we want these orchestras to be able to make art and not worry about money. Because it's a lot more fun when we can not have to write a bunch of grants and Ms. Billings-White and I can use our time to teach and then ask people to write music for ensembles or take these students on trips and not have all of the money come out of your pockets at one big chunk of time. Instead, if we build in a culture of fundraising, then we have a self-sustaining system. And if we want to bring a guest artist in, we don't have to worry about it. And if we want these guys to travel, even just locally, every time we pay for a bus, because we wanted to do an orchestra exchange with another group in town, it's hundreds and hundreds of dollars. We don't want to have to be constantly passing that cost to you guys. So we're trying to build in a culture of fundraising. We are really, this is my first time, so I am absolutely a fundraising rookie. We'll get smoother. Please consider showing your support. If you got it financially, it really does kind of like grease the wheels and help everything go faster. The other large thing that Chamber Orchestra is fundraising for is that these guys have been given an immense honor. They have been invited to perform at the 79th Annual Midwest Clinic International Band and Orchestra Conference. Woof, what a mouthful. Midwest Clinic happens in Chicago every year. Whoa. And it has been kind of the pinnacle of music education for pretty much the last 50 of its 80 years. It kind of grew and grew and grew and has become this massive beast. It is the largest music ed conference in the world. And every year they invite between 50 and 60 ensembles, professional, collegiate, high school, middle school, full orchestra, string orchestra, bands, jazz. They invite a smorgasbord of players, 50-something ensembles, to perform for the 18 to 20,000 people at the conference. So everyone's floating around. Obviously, not everybody comes to every show, but it is the widest stage, the widest net, the largest kind of like global audience that many of these groups will have. And most powerfully, you're likely playing to a large majority of music teachers. Thousands of teachers come to the Midwest Clinic to decide what they're going to put in front of their orchestras and bands in the future. So if you want to change the landscape of music education, you change it at Midwest. And I went to Midwest a few years ago for the first time, and I was like, wow, I didn't realize that what we were doing in Lexington was quite so special. I didn't realize that music ed still looked like this. I was kind of hoping that it was doing a lot more. And so the first time I went to Midwest, I was like, wow, it's really important. It's really important to be out here showing the amazing work that these students are doing, and it's really important to be showing it to other music teachers. And so that first Midwest Clinic that I went to was my catalyst for trying once again to travel after several failed attempts, thanks COVID and a bunch of other stuff. I was like, you know what, it really is. It's worth the jump. It's worth the work. It's worth the money to be able to show these students a wider view of the world and to be able to show the world a wider view of what we can do here in Lexington. To get accepted to the Midwest Clinic is an immense honor. Hundreds and hundreds of groups apply. Hundreds and hundreds of groups apply every year. This year, we are one of 4 high school string orchestras. 4. Not only that, but we're the first string orchestra from Massachusetts to ever be invited to play the Midwest Clinic. Never mind that, we're actually the first school orchestra from Massachusetts to be invited. In fact, we're the first orchestra from Massachusetts to be invited. In the 80 years of the clinic's history, there's been one other ensemble, and it was a professional brass ensemble from Massachusetts, and that's it for Massachusetts representation. Weird. They should know what we're doing. We're doing really special stuff. Because we get an hour program at Midwest, these students have learned more music in the first 8 weeks of school than most ensembles touch in over a calendar year. They're working on 11 pieces concurrently. We had to have a Google form to figure out what we were going to put on this concert. And what landed on this concert were several of the works that are the more challenging parts of our program. 4 of the 5 works are 4 of the 5 pieces that I've commissioned over the last decade for the ensembles here at LHS. So you're going to hear from several of those. There are program notes, and in a couple of cases, there are even some videos from the composers that I asked them for, because I thought it would be cool if you could hear it in their words. So follow the QR codes, and you actually get to see the human that made the music for us talk about the piece. Very cool. And then the 5th piece on the program is pretty special. It's called Protectors of the Realm, and it's by an Argentinian-American composer named Nicolás Repetto, and he does a lot of film scoring, a lot of epic stuff, and he also does a lot of middle and elementary grade orchestra music. One of the cooler things about the Midwest Clinic is that you have to program the high stuff, the fancy stuff, and you also need to program middle grade and elementary grade pieces because you have this audience of educators. And when we tell stories, it's not about how many notes are on the page. It's about the story that you tell. And so you're going to hear us tell a very epic, very short story that is something that our all-town orchestra could play. Very cool. And there are some special effects that you'll get to see. So these guys, this is a wild program. For those of you who are Lexington alums or have been in town for a while, some of these pieces will sound familiar. I've heard them over the years. Let's do some raffling. I'm going to let these guys start it off. This is for our lavender Trader Joe's bag, plus a $15 gift card to Ranks. Three, 623. 335 623. Oh yeah. Yay. I believe you. Thank you. Congratulations, Dawn. All right, for our tricolor amazing Trader Joe's bag, plus some spicy ghost pepper potato chips. Ian? Three, 531. 335 531. Dawn, is it you again? Okay. It's like, who rigged this? What? 335 531? Who? Yeah. Yay. So as I mentioned, there are a couple of other amazing raffle items that are outside. There is a $25 gift card to Revival Cafe. There is a $50 gift card to House 403, which is the beautiful coffee shop, plant shop. It's on Waltham Street. There is a $50 gift card to When Pigs Fly. Just gonna load you guys up on those carbs. And finally, don't worry, there's a 1-month membership to HealthWorks Cambridge to help you work off all that bread. So that 1-month membership to HealthWorks Cambridge is worth $150. Pretty awesome. So the raffle tickets are out there. Thank you so much for supporting us and also bearing with us through our first fundraising endeavors. There are links to the program if you want to donate. You're like, I have thousands of dollars. Here you go. Here's some stuff. That would save us a lot of time. But anyways, we're happy you're here. I think raffles are a lot more fun than, I don't know, selling candy bars one at a time. You guys ready? All right, I'm going to get out of the way. These guys are going to take it.
happy